It's the third and final part of this lesson, I hope. Okay, so we've got these equations. Okay, we solved problems where we knew all of these and we calculated A. And the last one, we also, it's the opposite. We knew A and the I and the N, and we found out the P, the initial amount. Now, in this lesson, we're going to find out N and I. We'll start with N. So let's say I put 40,000 Rand in saving, and after 5 years, the amount of saving increased by 5,000 Rand. In other words, the interest earned was 5,000 Rand. The interest is 4.5% PA per annum, simple, not compound, simple. And I want to know how long did it take me to do that. I don't know how long. So I know the P, okay? We're using simple. I know the P. I know the I don't know the N. Do I know the A? Yes. What is the A? Is the A 5,000? Starting with 40,000 and eventually getting 5,000? That can't be right. What is the A? So the first thing I need to know, figure out the A. Guys, the A is 45,000. Okay, so don't get confused here. We start by 40,000 Rand, and I've earned, my interest earned was 5,000, so that means by the end of that period of time, I've got 45,000 Rand in my bank. Okay, so A is 45,000. Now we're just going to substitute everything into the simple interest formula. So A is 45,000 Rand. Okay? In financial is not a difficult topic, but one thing is really important is to be very organized. To know which one is which. Okay, that's the A. That is the P. This is the I, or rather the R. Okay, 4.5%. I need to know N. Which equation am I using? Simple interest. Very important to be methodical. From the start, you will see next year, it is really essential that you are very organized. You've got a certain way of doing it. Okay, 45,000 Rand. P is 40,000 Rand. 1 plus I. Okay, if the R, the interest, is 4.5%, the I, which is the decimal, is R over 100, isn't it? I is R over 100. So I need to divide it by 100. You can do that in a calculator, but come on, guys, it's not that difficult. 0.045. And we're powering it by N. We don't know what N is. Okay, we don't know what N is. How are we going to do that? Okay, so I'm just going to get my calculator. I'll pause you for a second. Voila. Okay, obviously I made a mistake here. That's why I had to pause. Okay, to calculate that, you don't know how to do it. You need to use something called logarithm, which you're only going to learn in year 12. But obviously I made a mistake. I used the compound interest formula, and I can't. It's a simple interest. Sorry, that was time N, not power N, time N. And that obviously we cancel. Okay, so I think what to do now is basically to open it up. So right, 45,000 Rand equal 40,000 times 1, just 40,000, plus 40,000 times 0.045. So right, 0.045 times 40,000, and I get 1,800. 1,800, and I'm not forgetting the N. Rearranging, 1,800 N. That I don't need the calculator. That's going to be 5,000, right? 45 minus 40,000, 5,000. And then N equal 5,000 divided 1,800. Okay, let's do that. So 5,000 divided by 1,800. I get 2,7777778. In other words, 2,78. What does that mean? Okay, because I'm working with per annum, the answer I'm going to get is in years. Per annum is per year. So the amount of time I had to wait is 2,78 years. Now, this could be all right, but it's better to give your answers in years and months. So we need to figure out, okay, so it's 2 years and a bit. It's not 3 years, 2 years and a bit. So how are we going to know how many months it is? What we're going to do is going to put 0.78, that extra bit of the year, and time it, how many months in the year? 12. So I'm going to do 0.78 times 12 to find out how many months, and that's 9,36 months. So in other words, it's 9 months and a bit. Okay? So by the 10 month, I will have made that money. By the 9th month, it's not there. So it's going to be 2 years, 9 months, and a bit. So if you count, it depends in what you count. If you're counting by months, it's going to be 2 years and 10 months. 10 months. Because after 9 months, I'm still not going to have that. I'm going to have a little less. So it will take 10 months. I know you're asking, what do I write in the test? It depends what they're asking. Okay? So I'm just going to leave it there. We're not going to nail you here, don't worry. Okay? If you write 2.78 years, it's fine. Okay? Later on, it will be a little bit more strict, but this is more grade 11. Okay? Let's move on to the next example. Hang on. I want to just do a little magic. I don't know if I showed you that little magic here. So before we move on to the next example. Abracadabra, balabalabu, shte mitz ve'achalta ki. It worked. Oh, such a cool magic. Okay. Right, final example. In this example, I'm told that, let's say I borrowed 18,000 Rand. And after 2 years, I owe 25,000 Rand. Okay? And I need to calculate the interest. And again, in both scenarios, once if it was simple and the other time when it was compound. Now, as I told you, we need to, first of all, identify which one is which. So the 18,000 is the amount in the beginning. So that is your P. I really recommend you guys doing it. Write it down. Look at the question. Write down like I've written. And then write down which one is the A, which one is the P. Okay? 25,000 is the amount at the end. So that will be the A. 2 years, that's going to be the N. Interest we don't know. We got to find out. Okay? So let's start with a simple case. Let's say the interest was simple. Okay? Right, so I've written A. I'm going to write down the equation. I'm going to use the simple equation. So it's 25,000 equal 18,000 times 1 plus I don't know, so I'll leave it like that. And N is 2. So it's 2I. And that's a very simple equation to solve, not a very difficult one. Okay? So we're going to open it up like we know how to. 25,000 equal 18,000 plus 2 times 18,000 is 36,000 I. Move the interest over there. Okay? So 36,000 Rand, 36,000 I equal to, what is 25 minus 18? 7, isn't it? So it's 7,000. I equals 7,000 divided by 36,000 Rand. We'll get the calculator. Okay. 7,000 divided by 36,000. I'm getting 0.19. That's perfect. Okay. 0.194444444. Now here, something not exactly new. When they ask you to tell the interest, this is the interest, but it's not in percent. So when they're asked to write down the interest, they usually want you to write down the interest in percent. Because that's how we talk in the banks. I'm not going to go to the banks are not going to tell me, look, your interest is going to be 0.194. No, he's going to tell me in percent. So if I equal R over 100, okay, and R is the interest that I'm looking for, then R, that's the interest in percent, is going to be 100 times I. So if I want to know the interest here, I need to time it by 100. And that's going to be 19.4% per annum. And interest we normally give to 1 decimal place. Okay, because really that should be 19.44444, but we give interest in 1%. That's in 1 decimal place. And that's the way it's done in like normal day. Okay? So that's the answer for simple interest. Let's do the magic again and get the compound. Abracadabra, klum dili klum, achalta people, veshinei shu. Love it. I just love it. Okay, compound interest. Again, the same A. So 25,000 Rand equal P, 18,000 Rand. 1 plus I to the power of, What do we get here? What was the power of the n? 2. Okay, now it's a little bit more. So what do we do now? Okay, let's start with what we can do. Let's get rid of the 18,000. We'll divide by 18,000. So we're going to write 1 plus I squared equal 25,000 divided by 18,000, which we can do in the calculator. So 18,000 divided by, 25,000 divided by 18,000. Okay, 25. So, okay. We can even not use the calculator at this point, because we know if we divide that by that, I can just cross the zeros. Okay? 25,000 divided by 18,000 is 25 divided by 18. Now, why I don't want to put the calculator and get the answer is the same issue we had last lesson. If I start rounding up halfway through the exercise, I'm going to lose some of the accuracy. So I'm just going to leave it there. Now, what am I trying to find out? I'm trying to find out I. But I can't right now do that because I've got that square. So I need to get rid of that square. How would I get rid of that square? Correct. We're going to square root both sides of the equation. So squaring root the square is simply going to be 1 plus I. And then I just need to square root 25 over 18. And at this point, I'm not going to put that in the calculator because I don't want to round up halfway through the exercise. But now, I just got to get rid of that 1. So I'm going to say, okay, I is going to be 25 over 18, square root of that, minus 1. Okay? And now let's put that in the calculator. No, in the calculator. Okay? So I'm going to put square root of 25 over 18. That's all in the roots, under the root sign. Minus 1 equal, I've got some fancy surd here. Press SD and I get 0,1785 blah 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 85, and it carries on around. Now again, is this the answer? Not exactly. That's the I. I want the R in the interest, right? R, we said, is I times 100. So to get the interest rate in percent, I need to time that by 100. So it's going to be 17,85 blah, 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 blah. We working with 1 decimal place, so it's going to be 17,9%. Okay, so that's the interest that would work if I work with compound. Now let's just compare. Okay, so that was compound. If I work with interest, I think it was 19,4%. So let's just think about it for a second. Starting with the same amount, leaving it to the same amount of time, getting the same amount at the end. If I had simple interest, I needed quite high interest rate to get me where I wanted to. Okay? But if I work with a compound interest, even a 17,9, which is lower than 19, would have got me the same way. So that's why I said, if you want to save money, definitely go for compound interest, if you want to save. As we finally finish this exercise, this part of this lesson, you can do exercise 1 now. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next lesson.